Hello. So, first of all, I'm back, and today we're going to review a game between a team with four coaches and a team with no coaches. And I'm going to show how, let's just say, four coaches is not a guarantee of victory by any means. And as you can see, like DSG, they got last place, they're last place, like even just 2 weeks ago in OWCS, and I think they finished last place. And I just want to, kind of give like a post mortem. Like, want to see why, why it happens despite having four coaches. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's review this round on Runasapi. And when I review games, I'll say that I don't really like to focus too much on individual things like angles and stuff, and I like to focus more on the bigger picture because, to be honest, like 80% of games, of rounds, like in the pro games, it's not really like it did like fight losses don't really start with individual errors as much as they do like just a team not really playing towards their win conditions. And 80% is a bit of a overestimate, but my point is that like every time you review like a pro match or something, like you really want to see like what both teams are trying to accomplish based on their comp as well as the ults that they have. And like especially nowadays where like the meta is a bit more like flexible, like compared back to Overwatch 1 where like teams just mirrored each other the same comp for like months on end. Like we don't really have that as much in Overwatch 2 anymore. Like there will be like more counter picks and stuff. So yeah, like win conditions, like understanding them, like they are like really really important. Especially as also fights are just like just quicker in Overwatch 2. And I know I'm talking like I know it's like they kind of rebranded games so it's just Overwatch now, and I know like Overwatch 1 was like years and years ago, but yeah, like still I feel like in like VOD reviews and stuff, we still have the Overwatch 1 mentality of, oh, let's look at this individual mistake or something, when really team play matters a lot more. So let's take a look at these comps and see what both teams are trying to accomplish here. And as we can see, like DSG, like they're playing like M-Ray, Vendetta, and like they're going against like Tracer, Reaper, and already we kind of see like with the other stuff being mirrored that like DSG really want to take this like a bit slow. And like this isn't rocket science, like you're going against like Tracer, Reaper, out of all things, but like even though you have Vendetta, like which can like kind of brawl a bit, you have Emray, which needs time to kind of like poke out the enemy and force out cooldowns. And like this is just gonna be the theme of this whole game is if whether like DSG can maximize their like engagement in these fights without like feeding and like just losing to Tracer Reaper. Like that's the game. Like it's not a very like complicated win con. It's just try to like play out these fights and don't feed the Tracer Reaper until like your Emray can actually like make shit happen. So like knowing that, let's see how they play the first fight. And like I'll just reduce the volume of this. So already like I think this is like a bit of a problem because like already they're kind of taking the fight in this like really enclosed space where Reaper can just like go on this flank. Tracer can like have a field day with like all this cover, and on the other hand, like take a look at where Emre's playing. Like holy shit, this is awful for like a position if you're playing Emre. Like you're not gonna be poking out shit from this position because the Reaper is just gonna close the distance. Like if Reaper goes into this room, it's really good because like where does Emre go? Well, no choice other than to like kite back here. If you kite back into the open, like you're now kind of vulnerable to Tracer if like she's playing here. And like even if there is no Tracer, like you're just kind of like in the open. And like you're just really easy to pursue because like both teams are playing Lucio. So like already like Lunex is forcing a rotation or is going to force a rotation. Like unless they do something like really like fucked up. So as you can see, Vendetta tries to like engage a bit with the bubble. And like despite that, and yeah, like even though like oh like they did, yeah, like damn, like this is even earlier than I thought. Like Zarya just dies. Like if you're fighting in this close space against a comp that's like better at like these close range fights, well, what else is gonna happen, especially in a neutral fight? And like it's like a bit close. Like Reaper is a bit low here, but still, this was kind of like within what was expected, and the fight's over. Like even if like PG gets like a miracle pick, you have no tank, so you can't push that. It's really bad. So already a very scuffed start. Very scuffed. Like Lunex just wins that fight in like 5 seconds. Like actually no, they didn't win this fight in 5 seconds. Like I think they win this fight the moment they all like just stacked up here. And I know like this is like the place on the map with the best cover, like at least like in the middle, but like you either like accept that your comp can't really play here, or like you play in a worse space, like in the open, where like your comp can play. And unfortunately, yeah, the Tracer Reaper is just gonna like tear you apart. So next fight. So over here, like, let's see if they're playing like the WinCon we talked about like at the start. Let's see if they're actually doing this. So, like, this is better for like DSG because there's more open sight lines for Emre to actually like do shit here, and like the cover for like Tracer Reaper to kind of close the distance is a bit questionable. So this is actually like good for DSG, and like it's preferable that they win here because like if the cart gets pushed up to here, that's a lot better for Tracer Reaper. Like they have a lot more cover to play around, and the sight lines are a bit shorter, or at least you'll have cover. So they want to win the fight here. Like they should like be willing to like give a push even just to win the fight because like they have to win here or else like they're just gonna get snowballed hard. So over here, uh this like fighting around this corner, it's questionable. Because like as you can see, like let's look at what Emery can do, and Emery's like kinda like the main part of the win con here. Well, like as you can see, because the cover is like a lot better, like in this part of the map, Emre can't really do shit because like, for example over here, Kiriko can just hide. Zarya can just kind of like take cover here or even just play in here if like she needs to retreat more. But like look at Emre wherever. Okay, it's a bit blurry, but like PG can't do shit. And like, they kite back, which is good, but like already they committed like so much to like fighting over here. Like they position here, they get a bit low, they probably had to use some cooldowns. And like they have to kite back, but the thing is, kiting in this game is not free. Uh, because if you kite, like that just gives you that just gives the enemy like the space to kind of just push up and keep harassing you like this. Like instead of like standing playing in this space in the first place and having these really nice protected positions from cover. So like as DSG kite back, they try to like this might have been yeah, this is kind of a feed, but as they kite back, they take like so much damage. And like Lunex does a good job of like really punishing this like kiting. Like they recognize, oh, it's our time to go aggressive because they're just kind of like in the open, like just moving back, and Tracer goes up here and like looks for something, and like even though like this engage was a bit much, like yeah, actually like might have been necessary even because like otherwise like you're not really like pitting down all of Lunex so like the rest of your team can kite. So actually like this feed, like even though it was a feed, like it was necessary. But that just kind of goes to show like how bad the initial plan was. Like they didn't play towards their range. They just took a close fight and then they had to go back and ah, this happens. So alrighty. This is next like coming up to next fight. This is where ults will matter, and yeah, like this is still kind of bad because like even though like you have Emre ult, like you're going against like Kitsune, and the pulse bomb can be a bit tricky with the bubbles, but still like even though you do have the Emre ult, the issue is look at the space you're playing in. Like you're playing in a like a super like not a super close space, like there's still like sight lines, but if you try like contest here, like there's like a lot of very nice like angles for Tracer or Reaper to approach from. Like you could go here, you could like teleport up here and find opportunity here. And you have like a Kitsune, so like the sight lines don't really matter as much because like you could just like pop the ult and rush them down. And like where did DSG kite? Well, like they're not kiting directly to open space where like can just punish this like W key. Like you can just like you can like try to like kite back into here, but not only will you be given up like a lot of space, but also like this is such an open space that ironically like setting up positions where you can actually like fire at like Lunex, it's gonna take like so much time that you're just gonna give up so much card space. And like we'll see if like I'm right with this prediction. Like they're just gonna either die here because of all the angles, like here, or like they're gonna kite back and give up like so much space, and this is just gonna be a disaster. So Bob Kitsune, yeah, and like honestly, this is like kind of like the worst of both worlds. Like like just standing here like this, like what does PGE do? Like like even if he dies a lot, like it really is not his fault. Like the moment you stand here and take like taunt them to fight here, like even though like you're also close to Kitsune, so like you could benefit from waiting a bit, but like the moment that you stand here with like this comp, it's like the first fight, like you're toast. Like especially against Kitsune, but even without Kitsune, I think they get this kill before. Yeah, and and PG like pops the ult. Yeah, you can't win without your tank. So yeah, like it's funny how like went through all these like strategic possibilities for DSG, and then they could kite, they could like kind of like set up like in like around around the these these spaces where like they can actually like have cover and fire at the enemy, but they didn't even do any of that. They just like stood like in the open on the street and they just gave up the fight. So, alrighty, amazing start for sarcastically for DSG, but non-sarcastically for Lunex. Um, so, alrighty, let's see how this fight will go. I already got some spoilers, but regardless, this is a lot better for DSG. Let's just say that there's like open space. You're coming out from spawn, so you can like set up like wherever you want. PG switches to cast, which will like kind of be the same like idea. Like you do want to kind of poke out Lunex a bit, and like even though Lunex have Blossom and Pulse Bomb, and even the grab, like it's gonna be tricky because DSG just have so many angles, and in this type of space, it's hard to really get value with any of these. So still winnable, and like if Lunex is gonna win this, like it's gonna kind of be a matter of like trying to clear these spaces with your Tracer Reaper, like clearing both DPS here, so that like the enemy has to clump up into your grav, or it's gonna be like trying to bait them to engage and clump up. Like Vendetta will eventually like join the fight, and then that should be an easy grab. Even if you get one or two, like that could be a win, or like a nice guarantee to you bait out bubbles and then you just pulse grab. So let's see what they do here. Oh, so I kind of let's let this blossom. Like even though it's like a solo blossom, I kind of like this because like the biggest strength that DSG have, like the way they're gonna win this fight is by taking like these angles, but you're using the alt just to like get rid of this problem, and like now you're in a more equal playing field, even though you use an alt, and everyone has to like kind of retreat back into this thing. That is a fat pulse bomb, but even despite this, oh yeah, like high energy Zarya. Let's see if there's anything like Lunex could have done differently. Uh, so, so when they clear the space, like they're kind of just popping all the resources to do two things. Like they're popping like the bubbles, and like they're going in like they're chunking themselves out just to support this play, and ideally they would have an opportunity to kind of like stabilize here and then push in. That might have worked better. Like even despite this like really insane grab, like the problem is that like if they try to like clear the space and push in, like they're gonna use a lot of cooldowns, and Lunex can still win off of like the Zarya with like still bubbles to spare. With two bubbles, can't kill Zarya. Like almost does, but yeah. I mean, yeah, they do. But still, like the respawns as well. So like the thing that I'm like kind of pointing at here is if like you're pushing last point, you kind of have to win a clean fight. Like if your fight plan, even if you get an insane like grab pulse like this, and it's a really fair attempt. If it isn't a clean fight, well, they're just gonna respawn and just go wipe you like 5v4. So yeah, like if you're pushing last point in anything like on push, you kind of have to like go for a clean fight. Like even if it's less likely to succeed, like you have to go for that like team kill, like team wipe, that clean team wipe. So, like, okay, this fight, uh, they switched to Cass, which is better at fighting like close range. So it's gonna be mainly a matter of like which ults both teams have in terms of win con. And over here, DSG are going up to a very like nice like set of ults. They're gonna have like Vendel and Grav and Beat. Lunex have like the Beat coming up, but this should still be a pretty easy win. And like unfortunately, Lunex like with this comp doesn't really have the range to slowly try like poke them out before they can use these ults. Um, so yeah, like really, the only strategic choice for Lunex is to go for a really aggressive play with like the Reaper. Like the Reaper can kind of try to like lurk way far behind and try to like get a pick with a very well timed bubble. But even then, like you're running into like the Beat and you're running into like two ults, and even if they lose like Kiri, like they can still absolutely win with these ults. So it's gonna be tough. So let's see if they try to do anything of that sort. I didn't see that, but yeah, like this was like lurking in a corner, like unexpected, and like yeah, like exactly as I predicted. Like going a nice flank, even if it's like a bit, even if it's not like as deep as I would have thought. Like this still works. You get a well timed bubble and you just catch them by surprise. And like we'll see if Reaper is actually able to escape here. Oh, it's good that Tracer's joining in. And no, this is very nice. Like I really like this. They get the advantage and like instead of like kind of leaving Reaper to die, I'm not sure if Reaper's gonna die, but instead of leaving Reaper to die here, like trade one for one, like they actually like commit. Like they're like if Reaper's already in a deep position, maybe he won't survive. Might as well commit. And they almost whiffed it. I mean, yeah, this is pretty much a whiff. Uh, and like this is it's a fair attempt from DSG to win. It's a bit of a long shot. Like you don't strictly need cast to win with this combo. It's like you need the players of the ults to like survive mainly, but like yeah, eventually they're like they just trade ults and honestly not the worst fight. Like they they did force out their beat, but did cost them a grab and yeah, like a grab and a beat and a grab. I mean, for a beat in a 4v5, that's not a bad trade. I think it's not the best trade, but so like let's see. So they kite back and let's see how like DSG would take this fight because it's not the same as in the first time they were in this part of the map. They don't have Emre anymore. It's a neutral fight, but still. Yeah, like in this case, best place to kite is probably to play just past this wide open space and to just play like in the stairs around here where you have cover and you're pretty favored to win a neutral fight. So as you can see, this DSG kite back and oh, and like DSG try to like actually like catch them on this kite. They overcooked this. Well, because yeah, like wait, is that wait? That's wait. I thought no, my bad, my bad. I thought that was oh yeah, I thought that was like my mistake. I thought that was like Lunex and Zarya. Like they actually do a really good job, like catching this kite. And like how they did a good job here is well when they catch this kite, so they're kiting, and I think yeah, like I think like there's some players like using this space to catch them off guard, catch them from behind, while like other players are like just pushing in. And yeah, like yeah, they do, and like that's a like less of an overcooked play from DSG. Like even though like they kind of you know they kind of feed here, they kind of have to like take this fight because like Lunex is forcing it. The better like I'd say the better way to see this fight is it's a good play by Lunex because even though DSG do a very good job of recognizing they have to kite, Lunex is like, nope, we're not gonna allow you. We're just gonna like take the decisive like engage on your kite. Like as you kite, we're just gonna like go balls to the wall, just gonna smash. And yeah, they force DSG to take the fight. Like, and even though like there's an attempt to try to like trade, um, and like they got pick off that, so that was kind of like the best outcome they could have hoped for. Like Lunex did a really good job, so fair play to them. Uh, so now we're kind of in the same situation. Uh, where like if they try to like push this, like they might just get wiped because Lunex have so many angles, and they do the smart thing. They don't fight this. They already have such a lead. They just play over here, which is a lot better. And here, let's look at the alts. So Lunex, Lunex is coming up to Pulse Bomb, whatever. Kitsune, if they're able to stall out this fight, then this might be really good because like if you Kitsune like down here, like you just rush them down. You have so many angles. Like it's a treat. So like what DSG have to do is they actually kind of give up more space, just presumably to play for Kitsune. But yeah, like what DSG have to do is they kind of have to win this fight before the Kitsune like becomes a factor, or like they have to like set up very well in this position. They still have the cast, which like is better at range than like any of like Lunex's DPS, but they can set up the cast and on good angles and try to force out cooldowns from there. And in this type of space, Kitsune is not as good. Um, so like I'm not sure. Like I think Lunex might even consider giving up this part just so they can take this fight as like DSG have to like walk uphill. I think that's an idea they should consider. Oh, so let's see what happens. Oh, so they actually take this fight over here. Like they kite, and then PG has this angle here. But let's see. So so very nice pulse bomb. and yeah, like Lunex, they're doing a really good job of following up these plays. Like with the Tracer Reaper, you can't really just leave them like out to dry. You really have to like when they're going for like aggressive play like this. Um, you you really have to like support them, and it's not like you're playing like Tracer in a more slow comp where you're just kind of like leaving them to their own devices. So they're doing a good job of that. And also, like I would have expected them to wait for like Kitsune, but yeah, like thinking about it, like as I said, if they allowed a card to push here, Kitsune is not that good of an alt, like in this type of space. So yeah, like they're really doing a good job of mixing it up. Like they're mixing up these plays. Like they're sometimes doing the standard play, sometimes doing the unexpected. Like this wouldn't be a place where you would need to do that because you're not playing from behind, but like you don't have to really make something happen. But they're like Lunex does do a good job of setting up these unexpected plays, and yeah, even though this engage is risky because like I want to stop like here because you are kind of engaging into like their very like their high ground and their positions over here. Um, they get a pick from this like aggressive play, and yeah, like from here, like what I think Lunex should do is they should I'd say like Lunex should try to actually kite this out from here. And like they probably use a lot of cooldowns for this. Like they should kite this out and like wait for DSG to kind of like step out and contest the bot, and then that's when you just like rush them down with Kitsune. It's not like I mean DSG is high noon, but whatever. Um, it's not like they can like respond to that. So yep, looks like they do kite it out. Good job. And I have to say, like, teams like a couple years in Overwatch 2, like even yeah, like teams they do a way better job of like playing like strategies, like playing strategically during the mid fight. Like they do a better job of like saying, hey, we need to kite, we need to like engage now. Yeah, so like compared to Overwatch 1, where teams were just staying in for too long or like not knowing what the S key is. Like Overwatch 2 teams, they're just a lot better at that. And yeah, that's something I've noticed. So, like, they kite this out a bit. Like, they don't need to rush this, as I said. Like the moment that DSG contests, they can just like run them down. And there's a point here where oh, where's like the rest of the team in this clip? So oh wait, they actually do like a switch to Ram. Like I'll go over what that switch means like later, but uh, so yeah, like they lose Zarya. Like that's less than ideal because if they had Zarya here, like even if they lose like someone else, like Zarya could have like pushed the cart to a point where like yeah, the Kitsune like would not have been as good because like the cart's already like pushed up to here, and if you have like players like here, it's hard to like just rush down like these angles. So yeah, they had Zarya like that. Like if they if like Zarya stayed alive last fight, like it would have been like a lot better for DSG. But without the Zarya, they're kind of stuck in these like backwards position. So they couldn't take the space and deny the Kitsune value. So with the Ram, Okay, so with the Ram, yeah, so now, like, DSG are playing, like, pretty much to sustain. Like, they're not really gonna win fights to the Zarya if they just allow, like, Zarya to charge fully. Like, their job really is to just play corners, play really annoying corners, and just play to stall and live. And even then, it's like with this Ram, like it's gonna be hard for them to outright win a fight unless they have all advantage because already like High Noon, it's not a really like a decisive ult. Like kind of like the Annihilation. Yeah, it's not gonna do much because it's kind of easy to kite that out. And yeah, unless they're able to get the double speed boost and just like zoom into their back line, it's gonna be hard. And also, like, even if they do have these ults, well, like Tracer and Reaper, they have so much mobility that they can just like literally avoid the Ram as he's like just W keying in with his ult. So win con wise, I don't really like this. Like the only way DSG is really gonna win is if Lunex makes a mistake. Or like they have a massive ult advantage. So in this fight, let's just see how they can win this fight. Like right here they have High Noon and like if they're able to like take the fight here, like a Lunex's one trap is like if they just go here, it's a really easy High Noon. So what Lunex should probably try to do is use these angles and just like spread apart a bit so the High Noon can't just like get all of you. And you have the Kitsune, and the Kitsune doesn't really do all that much in the space, but yeah, like it's gonna be tough to win unless like you take this angle and avoid the High Noon threat. It is gonna be like easier to just let the card hover here and stall time because DSG don't really have a way to win either. Like what are they gonna do here? Like Lunex can just kind of like cover and take this cover forever, and DSG don't really have a way to rush them down or anything. So it's just probably gonna be either a stall or Lunex makes a mistake, or yeah, Lunex is able to take this angle. Now, I'm not sure about this engage. Like, if they want to like take advantage of this, they have to like pop it immediately. But yeah, yeah, like they're teleporting up here. They pop the High Noon, and I think Reaper is just toast. Yeah, even if the TP works, they do save him, but oh, it takes so many cooldowns. And yeah, like this is a mistake that kind of allows DSG to actually win this with their comp because now with the Suzu and like the bubbles used and like the fact that they're over here and trying to kite, like DSG should just slam the WQ like immediately. And when you're Lunex and you're playing against this comp, it's much more important to not make mistakes than to actually make things happen. So yeah, we might see them like make mistakes in that department where they're just forcing fights even though they don't have to, and like they have a huge lead. So we'll see like if we're right on that. So yeah, even though like PG gets traded out, they still okay. Let's see. So they do try to punish. Like Vendetta goes in. Like they're going against Kitsune, but that should, which does like kind of resolve the cooldown problem. But yeah, like this should be an easy punish. I think. Oh yeah, so I kind of got this wrong here. And the thing that I was kind of like missing out on was like, even though like look at the Zarya energy here. Yeah, like I kind of like forgot that yeah, like even as Lunex won that fight, like they won like they pretty much kind of won the last fight. And like the Zarya was the one who got picked off, and they switched to Ram, but they were able to keep their energy, and I think yeah, that was kind of like a decisive factor here. Yeah, like yeah, like I was kind of wrong on thinking that DSG could like easily punish this. Like let's see if there's anything that like DSG could have won. I mean, like could have done here to win. Uh, so they so get the Reaper like they force them to use the cooldowns. Oh, the high energy Zarya is still pretty scary, but yeah, like I was thinking why like DSG just didn't like swing out even wider here, and then but like yeah, I see the Tracer. I think this is a really good play, like really good, small, neat play. But what this positioning did was, if like the rest of the team wants to, like swing out here, well, Tracer just kind of like goes in and mops a PG, and like this was very good timing to realize that oh shit we have to take this fight here, so we might as well pop the Kitsune. But yeah, yeah, like you kind of underestimate the 100 energy Zarya. So over here, kind of in the same situation. It's gonna be really hard to push this, so Lunex might just take it slow and try to take the fight here. And let's look at the ults here. Uh, so DSG are going up to Kitsune. I mean, they have Kitsune. Uh, Lunex. They have the Blossom, but it's not gonna really do much here unless they take the fight over here. So yeah, like they can't. They probably can't go up and close this game down. They probably just have to like take the fight here, try to like bait them into a Blossom. What DSG what DSG can do here? Still, like I think DSG can't really easily push this. Could be wrong, but yeah, even with the Kitsune, it's gonna be like so hard to clear this Reaper and wherever the Tracer is. And like with Ram, like sure you can push, but yeah, like pushing into this, oh, this is just a nightmare. Like in order for this Kitsune to work, like and not just be a feed faster button, you have to clear these two DPS, and that's what they have to do. But yeah, they no longer have the Zarya bubbles. Like that's one advantage with the Zarya is that you can bubble and take space that way. And yeah, like you all you can really have is a Vendetta to clear the DPS. So let's see if they do that somehow. All Lunex has to really do here, on the other hand, they still have the high energy Zarya. All they really have to do is just take this slow. So yeah, Vendetta tries to clear Reaper, doesn't really do anything. Oh, Tracer Looks like Tracer feeds. I don't know like what that fight looked like, but like yeah, PG playing this angle. It was like a good play for PG to also look at that angle. So it isn't just like a feed, but they're able to clear this Tracer. That's really big. This means that the Kitsune can actually work without without like both DPS just closing in. They'll have to worry about Reaper now, and with the beat coming up, like their time is now. But yeah, this should just be a W key in. Be careful about Reaper. Good job mining the Reaper. And even though like Vendetta gets traded out, um, this this should still be winnable. Because yeah, like you clear out the space for like the Kitsune to really do stuff here. Oh, the Blossom finds two, but still, yeah, the Kitsune is like pretty good here. Oh, oh wait, Tracer's back. Oh wait, did she take like the extra blink distance perk? Yeah, like so even though like they get three picks with the thing. Oh, where were we? My bad, my bad. But yeah, even though they got three picks with the Kitsune, they were able to land a big Blossom. Maybe they should have like minded that more, but I think yeah, the Blossom was the big thing. Like after the Blossom and the Tracer able to come back. Oh wait, Tracer didn't even take the extra blink distance. Was able to come back. We're gonna sappy things, but yeah, but yeah, like I think after the Reaper, like they didn't like mind the Reaper as much as they should. Like that was a mistake, but still, that's enough for them to like get the card. I mean, the bot back. Uh, you need a clean fight in the last point, as I said. So luckily for DSG, that doesn't really that isn't really that bad for them. So yeah. This fight. So over here, DSG are going up to wait, four alts, and Lunix of the beat and the Kitsune, but yeah, even then, like with these alts, I think Lunix still has a chance to win. Actually, like their Zarya is no longer fully charged, but yeah, DSG, even with like these alts, there's nothing like really super decisive, and they have to like fight uphill. Like Lunix can take the fight around here if they come back quickly enough, which looks like they do. So yeah, like I think over here, even with these alts, someone has to like do something aggressive because otherwise, Zarya is just gonna get full charge. If you go in, like it's still kiteable and you have to beat, and none of these alts are really like sure like win cons. So uh, DSG, like even though they have the old advantage, they should like try to like rush this fight. Like even even if they go in like hard, like super soon, like it could be a good thing because uh like they prevent Lunex from taking these positions early on and just dominating them like that. So yeah, Lunex is going for that same corner play. They're like, yep, not the second time. Oh yeah, this is gonna cost them the Wraith. And that's the perfect opportunity to just W key in. And they do eventually, yeah. They do. Yeah. Hmm. See, after they force out the Reaper, could they have just like went in sooner instead of allowing Lunex to kind of swing wide a bit? I mean, like you have to beat so if you beat engage, the Reaper on the flank should not be as big as a problem as you think. Maybe this was a bit too indecisive from DSG. Like yeah, they allow Zarya to swing wide, get some damage. Like I'm thinking here, I don't know where the rest of the team is, but I'm thinking like they could have like used this jump pad to kind of set up like a real good like vendetta angle, or even like if you're like really boneheaded, even a good cast angle, like even if cast kind of feeds. Well, like you have to beat, and the beat will reach the cast, so cast should be fine. Um, but yeah, I think they should be setting up something aggressive. Like, don't let them like just like linger here and like take the space. Like, like now here, like they're backing and kind of be like, oh, should we engage? But like they should be recognizing this immediately and just being like, go, go, go. And like they get the engage, but like they're not taking really any good angles. Like this might still be winnable for DSG. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, like it seems like instead of realizing at the start that they really have to like take this fast and and like yeah, and like take a really aggressive engage, it's like they're just like, oh, we're engaging now, might as well. It's almost like this wasn't really planned out very well. So yeah, like there's no angle here. And I think even despite this, this might just still be a win for DSG because, on the other hand, Lunex does go in hard on the beat. I don't think they have to because DSG isn't really posing a threat. If like Lunex just chills here, they could just like farm Zarya energy and mow them down from these high ground positions. But and like also Reaper did get Wraith Force out earlier. But yeah, yeah, I think it was actually winnable for Lunex, but they just kind of played too aggressively that like this fight. Oh, so yeah, DSG like kind of cooked. I mean, didn't cook that fight. Um, Lunex, they got a bit too eager. So let's see. Oh, it's a pause. Let's get. We need a. Yep. So let's go here. Alrighty, that's fine. Let's do the same like shebang. We'll see which jolts both team has. So over here, Lunex, they have a pulse. Other than that, it's pretty much neutral. But yeah, this is probably gonna be a bit rough for DSG, just because. Well, wait, where's like Lunex here? Lunex is already able to set up. So yeah, this is gonna be rough for DSG because now that they use all their ults to win that fight, um, yeah, like they don't really have anything except an upcoming Kitsune potentially. Like even because they use all their ults, they really don't have a way to force a win here. Like Lunex can just kind of stall this fight out, wait for Zarya to charge, like energy, and like hopefully be able to mow him down from there. And what DSG kind of have to do is either play super aggressive, like don't allow Zarya to like farm energy and try to win the fight from there, or like they can like play to hold this corner. Like this is a lot better than like kind of playing in the open, and it's gonna be hard to push this with the Ram just holding this corner. And their goal is to just wait for the Kitsune. But even then, as I said, Kitsune in this type of space, it's not ideal. So I think really their only like winning option is to play this really aggressively. Because otherwise Zarya will just charge and win. So Vendetta takes an angle. Good start. We'll see what the backline does. Oh. So looks like did they force out the cooldowns, forced out bubble. Okay, they back up, that's fine I guess, but because like Vendetta did get a bit low, but after like these two bubbles are used, that's when they have to go like balls to the walls. Or otherwise, like I think higher D Zarya will just dominate. Oh, a Tracer. Oh, this might be this is a micro thing, but this might be decisive. Yeah, I don't know the outcome of these fights, so I'm just guessing. But like so, this is what happened. So they went in and they forced out like both bubbles, and that can create a window to engage. But the issue is that like they wait out these bubbles, but in the process like they take a lot of damage. Like they take a ton of damage actually. And I think they kind of had to they had to take that damage because PG like was kind of far forward in the process of forcing out this Reaper. But I guess this had to be just like a full kite out. Like maybe yeah. Okay, let's look at the shield timing. If there is a shield or the cool. Let's say use a shield to. Yeah, this shield so kind of allows PG to force out the Reaper. Uh, but yeah, they just take like a lot of damage. They take a lot of damage as they're trying to force out. So like they kind of have to like wait for maybe a cooldown or two, maybe like for at least Ram to get the armor back before they can push this. But but Ram's going in with like oh no armor. And like half HP. So like No, he's just popping the shield like just randomly. And as I said, like at the start, like if you don't want Zarya to like just dominate this fight, you kind of have to go fast. But here they're kind of like indecisive. They're like, do we go fast? Do we fight this or do we not? And yeah, like not to mention like this is also kind of bad timing because look at where the backline is. There's no angle here. So so yeah, like by the time like Vendetta is able to like just grapple up here. Good job clearing the trace, trying to clear the tracer threat, but and like Vendetta has his angle, but already like well Ram already used a shield. So in this case, yeah, like Zarya is gonna have high energy. And this was a good kite because if they continue fighting here, Zarya's just gonna mow them down, and like even though like Tracer's cleared out, Reaper can like really pop off here. So yeah, this is a good kite. Really, the only option is to like lure them up here and try to find a Kitsune. And like in response, Lunex can try to yeah, like this is actually gonna be like Lunex's turn to like Lunex has to like deal with this Kitsune threat. So I think what they kind of have to do here is they kind of have to have something mobile push cart and like try to force as many players as you can to rotate this way because like otherwise the Kitsune is just gonna get so much value. And like if they just walk up here while Kitsune and Vendetta just and Ram just kind of like mosey down. So let's see. Wait a minute. Oh, so hmm, so wait. So let's see. So what they do here. So Lunex is already like kind of wondering what to do here. Like back here. Like they're just gonna hold this corner. Like that's another option. They could just be like, yeah, let's just hold this card here. Like DSG are the ones who have to fight. But if they want to win this, as I said, they probably have to like look for a way to use like this, like use this room. But like actually, they kind of hold this corner. They're like, the ball's in your court, and DSG just go for a quick engage. So yeah, I'm not. So yeah, they pop this Kitsune. Is this gonna work? I'm not sure. Like Zarya gets like they're in this room. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it looks like Lunex just kind of got caught by surprise. Like so they Kitsune like they crucially like they don't see. I don't think any of them like really see this coming. Like if they were able to like scout this out, like they could kind of like kite back and prepare for this. But yeah, like BSG like they make an aggressive play that Lunex aren't really prepared for. Like was anyone able to scout this out? Because like if someone sees this, like they have to kite back immediately. Yeah, it looks like yeah, like the DSG like they take the Kitsune fight. I think Lunex had a chance to win. Like if they even had like a bit more time, Like they'll be able to like pop the Blossom and like Pulse, and that would have been pretty bad. But yeah, but like even though like I think Zarya was able to scout out this engage, they just weren't fast enough. But this was winnable for Lunex. No, so yeah, a lot of surprising fight wins. But yeah, so over here again, let's see how both teams can win. Like here, DSC are going out to Ramel, but yeah, but Lunex just has like so much space to play in that like Ramel isn't really gonna do much, honestly. Other than that, they don't really have anything. Lunex are coming up to Grav, and oh, holy shit. So unless DSC are able to like take the space and kind of fan out, yeah, this should just be a Lunex like victory, no? Like, yeah, because like the only way to really like win this is to take space, fan out, and maybe try to like, get a pick with the cast. But even if like Zarya will start a low energy, like they have the ults and they have the damage to follow up on those ults. Like Lunex just is an easy win con. Well, like if anything, like their only real win con here, like for the DSG, is to like give up progress here and just try to like play around here, and maybe you farm like these two ults. But if they take this fight any sooner than that, this should just be a team wipe for Lunex. And yeah, this Lunex is kind of WN. Even if Reaper dies here. Even if Reaper dies here, like oh wait, they used Pulse Bomb, but oh, this is kind of close run. Yeah, so I think this might be more risky than needed. Yeah, because like you're going up to a graph, but here, like when you're just fighting, like before that, like you're gonna be allowing the enemy to potentially like punish you. But and oh, if there's a time to win, like it's now. Like it's to like get these like low HP like enemies. But like if they don't like if they don't engage now, it's over. I mean, let's see. It's 94, 95. Oh, here's the issue. So 2 seconds in. I mean 2 seconds like cooldown. I was wondering why Reaper could TP again after that play, but um yeah, like here like they use a lot of cooldowns for this. But instead of going for the core, DSG DSG just like try to like punish this Kiri. Instead of like I think like DSG had to like even just ignore the Kiri, just like go for something decisive. Like yeah, like the Kiri like going here like gives like actually like almost might have saved this core, because yeah, like they have to fall tight back for Kiri. Kiri just TPs away, gets the bubble. Very neat thing with Zarya, and sure they engaged now, but now they have the Grav, and we don't even need the Grav. Zarya is just too charged. Like Lep gets 2 kills back, but Like this fight, like in summary, Lunex might have rushed this, and DSG had a very real opportunity to potentially get something done here. Like they trade a lot in the actual fight, but instead the Ram chases a Kiri who has Zarya bubble, and Kiri, it's not Kiri no TP, it's Kiri has TP, and uh it's just these like couple seconds in the last two fights. Like these are the fights where like the micro matters when like the comps are a bit more mirrored. But okay, let's look at this last fight. Oh, this is gonna be difficult. So Lunex kind of has the advantage of they can take the fight wherever they want because like there's almost no time for DSG to do anything. They can force the fight wherever they want, and even worse, they can force the fight wherever they want, and they have Grav and they have these ults as well. This is really really bad. The only way I see like DSG winning this is like if Lunex makes a mistake. Like they have to beat, but still this Grav, and I think Zarya probably has high charge. Oh, this is gonna be bad. So already, yeah. So Lunex, they're looks like they want to fight somewhere around here. It's not the best use of their Grav, I think, but on the other hand, like this is a valid way to approach the fight because you're using these very nice angles for Tracer Reaper. So if Tracer Reaper are able to get stuff done here, like they should eventually just clump up and it's an easy Grav. But I was thinking like, yeah, this might just be an easy opportunity to High Noon. But really, yeah. I don't like this High Noon. They like even though DSG are like 5 seconds and it's probably like, oh shit, we have to do something, like that might be the thought process here. On the other hand, like they don't really have to do like something here. All they have to do is like wait for, yeah, if they were to win this fight, they have to wait for Lunex to kind of overextend a bit, and unless the DPS are able to hit their shots, this could be a High Noon opportunity. But this, like even the speed, like they just kite back, and they're kiting back to somewhere where it's actually really good for them. Like Lunex, if they fight over here, it's an easy Grav. So the Kitsune now like, oh shit. Now everyone pushes up. And even though they have beat, do they really have to like clump up like this? Like they have beat. Like shouldn't DSG be playing like aggressively, like with their angles here? Like I think they should. Like they shouldn't just be like just plumping up like this. They have to beat if like they try to clear their angles. But yeah, even with the beat, like they're all just clumped up. They have no way to win here. Like even if they survived this beat, like they're all just clumped up in this like horrific area. Like they can kite back, but then like Lunex just tightened the noose and boom, it's over for DSG. And it's over. It's over. So what do we learn here? So first of all, I know the four coaches is a meme, but okay, I don't want to like shit on them too much because the thing is that like even if you have a large coaching team, it's not because the coaches are bad, but Yeah, like it's just too many cooks. Like four coaches. You really only need like one person assigned a strategy, one person, given one on one some specialists or something, and one or two. And like you don't need like four coaches to like have a winning team. Like you just need like a coach who like is able to instill like some sort of like play style. I think that's what DSG are lacking is that I don't know what their play style is this game. Like like DSG are neither really playing towards their win cons. They don't have like a style like Lunix, which is like playing really aggressive. Yeah, I don't know what the idea of like DSG is in this game. It seems like they're just taking a lot of mistimed fights. The fundamentals of like clearing angles and stuff, they're doing a fine job. They're doing a fine job kiting as well. They had some nice engages, but it's like I think the issue is that like even if you have coaches like if the focus is too much on like the micro stuff like oh you should take this angle or you should like clear the angle, take map control, whatever. Even if you have these fundamentals like in the highest level, like players already have like a lot of these fundamentals, but like the thing that they don't have is like the bigger picture with things like win cons and knowing how to play around alts. And these seem simple, but these are things that even after like when was Overwatch released, like 10 years ago, like even after 10 years like teams still like kind of fuck up at these like bigger picture things. Like they do a really good job at taking map control and things like that, but when it comes to strategy, not just tactics, when it comes to strategy, that's when they kind of fall apart. So yeah, that's why even if you have four coaches, that's not a win button. But yeah, anyways, hope this is helpful, and yeah, peace out.